Hi, and welcome to another episode of Sonic Odyssey, the music video channel dedicated to bringing you the latest and greatest in music review and discussion from the last 5 decades or so, all the way through to the present, including today's release. Before we begin, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with all the things Sonic Odyssey, and also be notified when new videos are released. In addition, you can like, share the video. You can share it with your friends through social media, or you can like it and let other people see the video because the more likes it gets, the more likelihood that more people will see the video. Also, I'd like to invite you to visit our Patreon page. I don't make any ad revenue off of these videos because YouTube does not allow ads for video content that includes copyrighted materials, and I include music snippets in my videos. Therefore, I can't receive any ad revenue from YouTube. But I do have a Patreon campaign, and the link for that is in the show description just below the video. And you can go to that page and toss a couple of dollars my way. Help keep the channel going, and maybe even put your name on the list of patrons that have donated to the campaign already. It would be wonderful, and I would be greatly appreciative of your patronage. So thank you very much in advance. Today we're looking at an EP that has just been released by one of Norway's most influential and prolific songwriters, multi-musicianists, and vocalists. And if you're not guessing who it is by now, his name is Ihsahn. He's formerly of the band Emperor, and he was kind of considered the driving force behind that band. In fact, the last album that Emperor released, called Prometheus, the Discipline of Fire and Demise, was completely composed by Ihsahn. That was also one of the first truly symphonic black records that had been recorded up to that time. Today we're looking at a new EP called Telemark, and it is, I guess you might say, his 7.5 release. He's released 7 solo albums, and this is his newest EP. So to get things started, why don't we listen to a little bit of the title track of Telemark, and you can get a taste of the soundscape that he creates. As you just heard, there's much to digest in this bit of an offering that I've played for you. There's heavy dark tones, and there's slightly Middle Eastern guitar tone in the background, as well as subtle horns mixed in, all to the culmination of a heavy rock sound. This is probably Ihsahn's most heavy album in terms of not being black. Ihsahn has, in his solo career, really expanded the boundaries of his horizons. He's performed jazz, symphonic music, progressive music, avant-garde. He's really covered a great breadth of musical genres, but they all tend to have at their heart the emotional pounding and driving force that comes from his black roots. Telemark, the EP, offers 3 newly composed songs for the EP, which are all sung in Norwegian, so it's kind of hard for me to give much of a description of the song's content lyrically, but I can say that the trademark style of Ihsahn's vocals, which is very harsh, gruff sounding vocals, clean, but definitely in the darker side of vocals, come through beautifully and emotionally. That's one of the more impactful things about Ihsahn's music, is that it really does stir up a lot of emotion. There's even a bit of jazz flair to a lot of the bass lines throughout the 3 original compositions. The music itself is dense and heavy. The horns add flourishes of kind of swingy emotion to the music, and combined nicely with the crunching of the guitars and the snap of the drums. There's a real sense of musical cohesion throughout all of the 3 new compositions. And none of it loses any of its heaviness or darkness, but it is probably more accessible than some of his solo albums have been. I think this EP is an attempt to broaden his reach into a more mainstream audience, but not so much so that he lets go of what makes Ihsahn's music so uniquely his, and it does have that definite touch of uniqueness that is purely his own. The 2 covers that really stand out on this album are wonderful additions. The first one is one that I'll play a bit from in a moment. It's called Rock and Roll is Dead. It was penned by Lenny Kravitz. So let's give a small listen to that now. With Rock and Roll is Dead, he pays great homage to Lenny Kravitz's fine piece of music, and also brings it to the Ihsahn style of heaviness and brutality, while maintaining a kind of almost pop sensibility. The other track that is a cover on the album is from Iron Maiden. It's called Wrathchild, and it really kicks up the song a notch. Iron Maiden's version is of course classic and stands the test of time, but Ihsahn does a great job of bringing in horns into the instrumentation and making it more of a rock and roll heavy metal song. So this is Telemark by Ihsahn in 2020, and I'd like to say I think he did a fantastic job with it. If I have to give it a score, I'd give it a 4 out of 5 stars, and the only reason it's only getting 4 out of 5 stars is because, darn it, I can't understand the lyrics to the Norwegian songs. But otherwise, it's really a great EP to listen to. And with that being said, here's a reminder for those of you who have been following my videos. I do go in for my shoulder replacement surgery this week. So I will be missing probably around a month or so of videos before I'm able to get back to making videos for Sonic Odyssey. I'd like to thank everybody who has been wishing me well and good luck with my surgery. So thank you very much. And once more, please feel free to visit our Patreon page. It does help keep the lights on and keep my surgery going. So thank you very much. And until next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.